it is committed to harmonizing with the Codex standards, whether or not they violate U.S. We're going to have these limits set for us by the FDA, in spite of the fact that U.S. law prohibits that. Now,
Doctor, we've got a break. General, we've got a break. We're going to come back and continue and then get into the other side of the pincer, the vaccines. I hope people realize the magnitude of what they're hearing. We'll be right back. Stay with us. I remember 4 years ago, nationally, the news reported, and local news reported, that the federal government had done 2 studies finding that mercury was actually good for children's brains. And we played those video clips off the news many times here. Then I was at the store, and I'd heard that since they had said mercury was now a supplement, that they were putting it in products, and I found a whole bunch of products where on the back it says mercury. And right there on this product, it says mercury listed as one of the minerals when it's a heavy metal. And I found a lot of products doing this. And they have said, and I've heard Dr. Dean Adele, who's their spokesman on radio, he says, we've interviewed him, that vitamins are bad for you. You can hear him any weekday saying it, saying that we all need to not take them and that people are crazy. So this is the universe inverted into pure insanity. And Codex Alimentarius, it's just another power grab, like private groups wanting to pass a carbon tax, saying carbon dioxide's bad when that's what plants breathe. We use oxygen, they use carbon dioxide, they put off oxygen, we breathe it, we put off carbon dioxide, they then absorb that. That's the carbon cycle, the life cycle. And it's the boldness, and they're taking over the banking right now, they're taking over the local police right now, they're taking over the healthcare right now to carry out eugenics, they're taking over the vitamins and the food, they're openly announcing they may shut down the web during emergencies. That's Associated Press today. They really are moving, and they're forcibly inoculating school children nationwide. And when kids drop on the ground and have convulsions, they say, that's the only time it makes it in the news, and they say, ooh, we made a mistake. This is a short segment going back to General Stubblebine and then back to Dr. Laibow, who's there to continue with the vaccines. But to go over all of this, General, the overarching program we're witnessing here, the takeover by the globalists at every front, their plan to depopulate, can you give us your wide spectrum analysis of what we're facing? Because the evidence is, and the on-the-ground intelligence is, and the dots are popping out clearly to where it's a crystal clear 3D image now, that they're making their big move. They've launched their world government. They're announcing it. They're announcing one-child policies. They're announcing extermination. What would you call this in military terms as a major general when they just start bombarding us on every front, a bum rush? Is this an attempt to overwhelm? What's happening?
Well, certainly, if you think about it in terms of the principles of war, one of those principles is called surprise. And so suddenly, here they are, hitting you from all sides, and you're not sure which way you need to duck in order to not get hit. The second thing that, or another one of the principles of war, is called mass. And so, and what that means is you put all of your force on the weakest part of the enemy's force. And so, what are they doing? They're hitting you from every single solitary direction with a mass of different kinds of things. And how do you then expect to fight back? You have trouble because you're ducking from every different direction, and you're trying to cover yourself in one, and you're getting hit from another direction.
And, so, General, as you just said, they're targeting the weakest, the doctors, the nurses, the people being threatened with their jobs, the school children. They, in all 50 states, we're getting reports, are forcibly inoculating. In plain view, the first vaccine is the live nasal. The insert admits that will then breed it, incubate it to spread the real influenza outbreak. In military terminology, what is it when they just operate flagrantly in plain view as well.
Well,
how about tyranny?
Yeah, tyranny. Well, you know, when you have all of the cards, or you think you have all of the cards, you can do that. You can do a frontal assault. The Soviets used to try it, and or used to practice it in great length all of the time. I can remember as a young lieutenant in Germany, where the Soviets would put their entire army on the line and or in a huge mass and move right up to the border and expect us to react, and then at the last minute they would do a right flank or a left flank and go away. Well, these people are doing exactly the same thing, except they're not going away.
By the way, Alex, name of the company whose vaccine killed the vagrants in Poland was Novartis.
Ah, we've discovered that. Okay, tell us about that. We'll get into part 2 of the vaccines and how we fight it. Straight ahead.